Points so far has coincided with the opening of this new stand in terms of some of the boxes being used for the first time. With one exception, the names are the same, but the performance has been vastly different from last season's side, which finished in 4th place. The exception, of course, at number 11, where Steve McKenzie, signed from Manchester City, has taken over from Peter Barnes, who left for Leeds United. But in marked contrast with Albion, the performance of the Welshman from Swansea, maximum points from 2 games, and manager John Toshak able once again to choose an unchanged side. And the confidence of his team really summed up by the performance of one of the new boys, Bob Latchford, already with 4 goals to his name, including a hat-trick on the opening day. Ronnie Allen, the Albion manager, the new boy, if one can call him that, yet to get off the mark in the First Division. And John Toshak, the youngest in the business at the top level. Referee is Ron Bridges of D-side, and it's the team whose odds for the championship have come tumbling down to 25 to 1 who get the game underway, wearing red shirts this afternoon. Swansea City attacking the goal to our right. And here's one of 2 Yugoslavs, Rakovic. Robinson in the shadow. The long-serving John Weil, now player coach. And in the crowd, Mike England, the Welsh team manager, who of course play Czechoslovakia next week in the World Cup. Interesting placing at the header by Latchford. How intended, I'm not sure. Offside has been given. Play continues. Regis. Owen. Goal kick. Rakovic drawing the attention of the referee to the fact that the flag went up. I think the referee saw it, but decided that play should continue.
Jimmy! Pass!
Phil Borsma with John Toshak. Weil gets there first. And the linesman got in the act rather too closely. He enjoyed the joke too. Mr. Carter. Owen. Charles. That's a good through ball to Regis. The flag stays down. And Albion, who've been under the hammer, take the lead. 18 minutes. And the first shot on Di Davis's goal produces a goal. The offside trap breach. And the Welshmen, or a mixture of Welshmen, Englishmen and Yugoslavs, find themselves on the wrong end of the score. And so Regis marks his return to the Albion side. And Rakovic covering. I'm sure there'll be a few inquests among the Swansea players about that, as to whether the flag should have stayed down. But it did, and Moses' pass to Cyril Regis adjudged fair. And the first time John Toshak's side has been behind this season. And maybe not for long. Well, he had the chance there. Wanted to switch it onto his left foot. I think a poke with just about anything might have found the net. It's been given for the push. No, it hasn't. Play continues. Owen has got Statham coming up, and he was aware of that, but just a touch from the determined Robinson. Leighton James. Robinson going forward, number 2. Owen back with him. Oh, and he's got round beautifully. No penalty. Has to be intent, and there was not intent. Hadziabdic. Leighton James. Regis has wanted too long, I think. Owen. Look for somebody left side. Where was Peter Barnes? And that is a bit of a problem for Albion. Haven't always got the width that they've had in the past. But here's Batson providing it on the right. And Mackenzie in the middle. Another good take by Davis. And Leighton James playing rather more forward than before. Here he is. Oh, that's a nice little header too. Curtis. That's for waiting to go. Looks up. Now that challenge was questionable, I thought, but there was no complaint. But Latchford did look up to see where he was. Seemed to me to be sandwiched a bit. Mills. Robson wants it now, and he didn't play it. Well, they can't complain too much. The goalkeeper, in fact, didn't touch it, but it wasn't a bad effort from Mills. But so easy to say when you're looking on. But certainly Brian Robson wanted the ball played through down the middle, and had it been timed right, he would have been clearly in on Di Davis. Mahoney. And Robson missed out, but Robertson didn't. It's nice from Robbie James, who's having a good match. And there is Robbie James trying to curl it over the keeper. Too much height. I think Godden would have covered it had it dropped lower anyway. I get the impression that Jeremy Charles is carrying a bit of a knock on the left leg. And certainly Charles carrying a knock, but maybe it's the other leg from the one I mentioned, the right one. Regis, Mackenzie. Oh, hit it well. And again, Di Davis able to cover across and not touch. And there will now be a delay for Jeremy Charles to be looked at. And if John Toshak is concerned, perhaps even more concerned will be the man sitting in the stand, Mike England, the Welsh manager. And now playing what Mr. Bridges is allowing for the odd stoppage. Come up at half-time with Cyril Regis' goal dividing the teams, and maybe we're going to learn rather more about John Toshak's Swansea City as a result of that fact. Through ball played through by Moses, and Regis found himself just facing Davis and did the job. Half-time, 1-0. It comes as no surprise to find that Brian Attlee is on for Swansea City in the second half, replacing Jeremy Charles, who I think got his knock at the time when Albion took the lead. It was he who lost the ball in the first place when he was challenged heavily. And there is Charles on the bench, and away we go on the second half. That's Abdic, who started so many of the Swansea moves in the first half. Robinson. A little bit short. The shadow lengthening. One of the lesser features of the new stand. Here's Leighton James. Oh, I say! That will do very nicely. Really thumped that. And it must have stung Tony Godden's fingers. James himself takes the corner. Out by Moses at some cost to the bridge of his nose, I think. Flag up for offside. There can be no complaints about Remy Moses' attitude today. Booed off on Wednesday, but he's played well this afternoon. Robbie James. Robinson right, Curtis left. Robbie James, who's developed as Swansea have developed, played with them in all 4 divisions. Robinson. Owen. Regis has won out in a 1-for-1 against Owen. Oh, and he bided his time so well. Got the goalkeeper to commit himself slightly before he committed himself. It hurt him in scoring, and he recovered from that. And the crowd pleased completely with his efforts. And Di Davis has been beaten twice, and on both occasions by a player running in straight at him. John Toshak knows that he was left 1 against 1 at the back then. And Regis won that battle, and then the one against Di Davis. Rakovic. Robinson is offside. And wide for the record. Regis again winning out in the air, and on comes McKenzie. Three men involved in the move. McKenzie scores his first goal for West Bromwich Albion. 69 minutes gone. And 3 men involved in the move, and again the vital factor was Regis beating Owen in the air. The control of David Mills and the finish from Steve McKenzie. Robertson. Robinson. That's the Abdic over on the left side. Latchford across. And they certainly closed this right side of defence. Retires, leaving Hatziabditz the permitted room. Curtis makes the first run across. Here's Robinson. Well, that was no mean try by Robinson, because they were all coming at him. He just couldn't get round it enough. And here's Regis again. And a hat-trick for him. Again, Swansea destroyed down the middle. Just a sideways flick and Regis was in. So 73 minutes gone. And a hat-trick for Sir Regis. West Bromwich Albion 4, Swansea City, the New Boys 0. Well, he can now feel that his sort out of midweek has produced dividends. Goals change the atmosphere. Latchford. Here's Robbie James. Curtis. Off the post. And out by Batson. Oh, Robbie James bided his time. It came back off the post and then was cleared by Batson. James trying so hard to set Curtis up. Latchford, 15 minutes left. Hatziabditz. Oh, that's a fine goal by Robinson. Well, I think that's the third shot that he's had of that nature, and that by some distance the best of the three. Beat Tony Godden, all ends up. And he's deserved that dividend for a very hard afternoon's work. And the cry from the Swansea supporters answering the 4-0 now to 4-1. Just as one wouldn't have written a scenario before the game that Swansea top would play Albion bottom, I'm not sure that at half-time anybody would have thought there would be this gap between the teams. Latchford didn't quite run as fast as he would have liked. Here's James. That's where the width is required. There's nobody further forward than Attlee. exaggerated by Regis. Robinson, is he going to try another one? Yes, he is! Well, John Toshak picked up this lad from Everton. He had a Carthage operation almost as soon as he'd arrived. He's obviously a very useful buy. Fullback first and foremost, midfield if he's needed, and with some shot on him, as we've seen. Mahoney. That's good, off his shoulder. Indeed, according to the referee, off his arm. Therefore the free kick. Have got the victory that they desperately needed with 3 goals from Cyril Regis and 1 from Steve McKenzie. But the defeat shouldn't hang too heavy with new boy Swansea City, for whom Neil Robinson scored a goal that he will certainly remember. But a final score of West Bromwich Albion 4, Swansea City 1.